Next one.
All right. Hey guys, John here with ITWS Financial Services for the Lifetime Crypto Membership, mentoring and training. James Allen, thanks for sitting down with me for a few
Yep, our
minutes.
Yeah, you're
pleasure.
welcome.
We're going to do a lot of these fun little few minute videos just to kind of go over where things are in crypto. And why don't we just get started? Let's talk about when everybody thinks of crypto, they think of Bitcoin. So why don't we start at Bitcoin and where do you think we're going with it? Where is it? Where are we at in the world?
So, very good question. We just recently had our last halving event with Bitcoin. That happens every 4 years, like clockwork.
Wow.
The reward gets cut in half. So now we're down to a 50% reduction from the last halving event. In this next 4 year cycle, the predictions or market forecast, if you will, are that Bitcoin can be anywhere between $100 to $1 million.
Wow.
So let's talk about some of the factors that are actually going to be significant
Sure.
factors in the price action of Bitcoin. Um, you have the SEC approving
Mhm.
that Bitcoin can be sold in an ETF. That is going itself, and we haven't even begun to see the early signs of the amount of money that's going to move into Bitcoin from
Right.
institutional investors. If allocation of investment funds even allocate 1 or 2%, you're talking about $2 to $3 trillion of inflows into Bitcoin, taking its market cap closer to $5 trillion. Well, if Bitcoin hits a $5 trillion market cap, Bitcoin's price action is going to be somewhere between 350 to 500,000 a coin.
Wow.
Then you have other factors that are influencing the long-term play for publicly traded companies. How you account for Bitcoin, the rules have been changed and relaxed. That is going to be a game changer for publicly traded companies. Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy obviously is the largest holder. That's a proxy for Bitcoin. So if you're going to be buying Bitcoin, you should be buying that stock too, because it's going to eventually do a stock split,
Yep.
probably a 10 or 12 to 1, and you're going to be able to buy your stock in that as a proxy to Bitcoin.
I see.
The other thing is the demand cycle is going to continue to grow and increase in the inflows, more of that activity. And we're going to see more of that demand with things like that are happening in South Korea and Japan and other areas that are influencing that. From a market standpoint, I believe that, and we have nearly 30 Bitcoin in our portfolio.
Hmm.
Um, I believe that we're going to see in the next, by the time we get to, let's say 2026, 2027, I realistically believe that Bitcoin is going to be in that $600,000 to $700,000 range. We might see a spike to $1 million.
Hmm.
If you look at what MOW Mao, the guy Mao, he's got plenty of YouTube videos up there. He actually believes, and he makes a pretty compelling case that we could see Bitcoin hit $1 million in the next 12 months.
Wow.
Um, I think that we're on the track and trajectory for seeing $1 million Bitcoin, because acceptance and adoption is outpacing demand, and inflows are outpacing the ability to supply. And at some point, you're going to hit that
Hmm.
law of exponential growth, and critical mass will take over, and the price will just go straight up. It's going to be unlike any other price action that we've seen when Bitcoin has gone up. That it's going to be parabolically through the roof in a way that's going to be very surprising, I think, and shocking.
So is it reasonable to think wherever Bitcoin goes, so do other cryptocurrencies?
No, actually,
Okay.
the reverse. You're going to see
Oh,
a lot more shaking out of these shit coins and these shit projects.
gotcha.
Um, your NFTs, your Ethereum, those things are going to sort of trail and continue to grow because they're not shit coins, and they're very
Sure.
good projects. Um, another project that we've been invested in for a long time is Gala Games, Gala. It's a very, very, very good investment for us. It's done very well. We own 3 of the founders' mining nodes. We've got clients that own, I don't know, close to 50 or 60. We've done very well. We produce about 2,000 tokens a day. We believe when Bitcoin hits over 100,000 to 250,000, Gala tokens will be somewhere around $1, $1.50, to as much as $5. Well, we're already sitting on 2 million tokens.
Yeah.
And if we're producing 2,000 a day, say 60,000 a month, if you're producing 60,000 a month at $1 a token, you're creating $60,000 a month in income. And we're going to take that income and we're going to buy more real estate with it.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, that's funny you bring that up, because you're talking. We're talking about a macro level. Let's talk about a micro level, on a personal level. How do you see crypto impacting or being brought into your strategies for building your own portfolio?
Real simple. You take your gains in crypto, harvest those gains, invest them in real estate, and offset the gains from a tax standpoint by harvesting the tax attributes of the real estate, so you have no taxable gain.
Yep.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great strategy, and we're helping clients in the millions of dollars do this every day.
That's awesome. I love it. In talking of tax issues, what do you see in tax issues affecting crypto, and what about the NFT market?
So I think we're going to see more contraction in the NFT market. Okay. And that's a good thing, because it's going to clean out a lot of these shit coins and a lot of these crappy rug pull projects that are just bullshit. And you're going to get down to a couple of big players that are really going to be, you got the mining side like Mara and Riot Mining. Those are going to be publicly traded mining operations that are going to continue to diversify and prosper. So if you want to buy a good stock or an ETF, there are proxies on the market that you can buy.
Yeah.
A little bit less risk tolerance to those types of investments. If you're going to look at NFTs and stuff like gaming, then don't look any farther than Gala Games. That's going to be the 800-pound gorilla at some point. You're going to see a lot more of the entertainment, the music, the things that they're doing are just so innovative. It's crazy. Then I would allocate some portion to Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum, maybe $500 a month or whatever you can.
Yeah.
And it's dollar cost averaging. Forget about the price action and just get some portion every month. It's not going to be that long in the future that if you even own 1 Bitcoin, you're going to be like a freaking rock star, because nobody's going to own just 1 Bitcoin.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's going to, they're looking at price action right now when Bitcoin hits $5 to $10 million.
Right.
All right. This is legacy wealth. We've got, let's say 30.
Right.
If Bitcoin hit 10 million, that means we've got $300 million.
Right.
That's a third of $1 billion.
It's a lot.
Take 1 Bitcoin that's worth 10 million or even $1 million.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to see that, where you're going to be able to buy that 6-unit property with 1.5 Bitcoins.
Right. Man,
that's where we're headed.
And obviously you guys can't name names, but in the practice, Alan and James, are you seeing a lot more clients just sort of dipping their toe and getting started?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
good.
dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to the macro level, over the next 5 years, where do you sort of see some hidden opportunities and treasures maybe? And what are people not paying attention to? They should.
So things like Gala or Flux, FLUX, these are really good projects that are low priced right now, that will be very, 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 I believe will be very good projects. Of course, we're not giving investment advice. I'm just telling you what we're invested in and why. Anything that you can do that can help you diversify so that you've got some allocation your portfolio, let's say you have a financial portfolio, how much of that portfolio should be in crypto, and then how that crypto gets allocated.
Right.
I believe, that you should at least consider a third to a half of it in Bitcoin.
Okay.
And then the rest could be just in one or two projects that are stable and are sustainable and have a good track record.
Okay.
And then just ignore the noise of all these, this, that, and the other, because it's all noise. It's all
Right.
noise. Most of them are rug pulls or bullshit or shit coins and projects.
Yeah.
Jason, who I know that you'll have on and do a quick interview with him.
Yep.
Jason is our technical guru, and the information that he's got is just so valuable to the general public. So anything that he does on the videos, make sure to watch those videos.
Oh yeah,
I think we're going to have basically a purging and cleaning out of a lot of inefficiency and shit coins that have been bad projects.
Yep.
In the next 3 to 5 years is going to be very exciting for the digital economy, the digital dollar, and more security and less risk involved in it.
Yeah, that's perfect. And in closing out this video, another thing I always want people to realize is to get on the phone with Alan, get on the phone with James, particularly with crypto, because anytime you, as far as my understanding, anytime you engage in crypto, you're creating taxable events. So you want to do it correctly from the start and not sort of on your heels as a reaction to what you're doing.
May not be taxable, but it's going to be reportable. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And most people know the 3 or 4 ways that, the tax impacts of crypto. There's actually 8 ways, and we talk a lot about that in the program, which is another reason. And look, price is not a reason not to join the program, because it's free for life. Right. Even if we do start charging, you will never have to pay if you join. So, the challenge is there's so much noise out there, particularly with social media. Nobody knows where to go to get reliable, good information.
That's right.
We don't charge for the information. We don't charge for the free evaluations or the analysis. Only when we can bring value in a transaction that you are going to be involved in, would there ever be a chance that you would have to pay a fee? Because now we can bring some real value. Yeah. Alan's been doing a lot to learn those techniques and strategies, and Alan does a great job handling a lot of the client's transactional stuff. And right now, I think, Alan, right now we're working on focusing on the clients in the real estate, right?
Yes, we're focusing on the real estate, and even the clients that we have in crypto now, they just every year they just keep calling. It's a free of charge consultation is free regarding their crypto, regarding the capital gain. If they have capital gain, they're asking what if, like, are minting Gala, do you have a tax consequences? So we have a lot of clients that calling in regard to their crypto.
Perfect.
Yeah. And there's not a lot of guys like you that know how to handle that side of things.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
It's so rare to find somebody who's walking the walk, right?
Well, we've been doing it since 2015.
That's right. Yeah. Well,
before people even knew crypto was that thing.
Yeah. For you guys, it's not theory. You guys aren't reading this stuff and you guys are living it day to day. So anyway, thank you guys for sitting down for this little crypto video. Buddy. We're going to do lots more, and we'll talk again soon.
All right. Take care.
Bye.